What is going on, Wastelanders? It is me, the Lone Vault Wanderer, with a Fallout 4 news video. So the question for today's video, do you think Fallout 4 should have sold as well as it did? Let me know in the comments below. So recently there has been an NPD data report which has gathered all of the sales data for North America and solely retail sales. They're not talking about digital here, but they've gathered up all of the sales in America for retail video games, and a top 10 list of the best selling video games in 2015 at US retailers has been revealed. And you can see that on the screen right now, and I'll just run through that list from 10 to 1, and I'm making this video specifically because Fallout 4 has ranked pretty well on that list. So starting at 10, you have Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, then Mortal Kombat X, FIFA 16, Minecraft, NBA 2K16, GTA 5, Star Wars Battlefront, Fallout 4 at 3, Madden NFL 16, and finally Call of Duty Black Ops 3. It really seems like we can't get rid or topple the Call of Duty Titan. It is just always selling well, and when you think that the hype for the game is over and it's well and truly subsided, then you get Black Ops 3, which apparently is actually pretty fun because of the zombies mode. Apparently it's really well done. I can't judge the game because I haven't played it, but there you go. But I wanted to discuss quite quickly the ranking of Fallout 4 on this list. Here it is third. I know that, again, this isn't including digital sales. The last time I checked Steam Spy, it had Fallout 4 with around over 2 million owners, I believe. I'm not sure how accurate that number is, but I'm glad that the game has sold relatively well. I know it's been bashed on a little bit because of several reasons, and I've covered that in my last video about Fallout 4, but overall, I still like the franchise. I still like to see it prosper, and let's be honest, the more the game sells, the more confident we can be that future Fallout games are going to be created. And this is the one reason why I wanted to make this video, to stress this point. I know Fallout 4 might not be the game that many of you are after. I know the game might be really dumbed down in terms of RPG elements. I know some of you are expecting a Skyrim-esque quest log with just so many things to do and all of that good stuff, and it's a shame that a lot of you haven't been completely fulfilled with this game. But hopefully what I'm confident of is that you're critiquing the game and you're criticizing the game because deep down you still love it, and deep down you still want to see more Fallout games and you want them to see the formula improve. Let's be honest, Bethesda did a lot of experimentation with Fallout, and I think they did this experimentation, and I mentioned this in the last podcast, I think Bethesda did a lot of that experimentation with Fallout 4 because they didn't want to touch their baby and their bread and butter in the form of the Elder Scrolls Skyrim. I mean, could you imagine if the Elder Scrolls had a voiced protagonist? I think people would absolutely lose their shit, and Bethesda would be a bit more hurt by that because that is their baby. That is the game that they created. And Fallout, of course, is an IP that they purchased. So I think they were a bit more willing to take a bit more risks and to, let's be honest, cater to a wider audience. And I don't want to use the word casual because I hate that term. But a lot of the design choices that Bethesda did enabled them to cater to a larger audience, and I think that is very reflective in the sales, because you'll find that a lot of new people that have been introduced to the Fallout world and to the IP have actually liked it a lot, because it is, in their opinion, content filled. It is, in their opinion, a great open world game. I think the more critical ones are longtime fans of the series that were expecting a certain type of game, and a lot of people were talking about this in my Skyrim video where they said, look, Bethesda has created such high expectations with Skyrim that people were expecting Fallout 4 to be as high of a caliber as Skyrim, and in some people's opinions the game wasn't so. But again, on the flip side, a lot of people that, whether you haven't played Skyrim or whether you're relatively new to the game of Fallout, love the game, thought it had a lot of content because you're still getting well over 100 hours of content for the game. But at the very least, what I'm trying to say is that the game has sold well, which is going to help secure and bolster its future. So even if you have been critical of Fallout 4 and you haven't been completely satisfied, know that things can change, and things will change if you keep voicing those concerns in a respectful way, of course. But if Bethesda sees that sales for Fallout start to dim, and I'm talking about long-term prospects here, then the future of Fallout might not be as promising as it is now, because even in the face of a lot of critical reception that the game has received, it's still selling well, it's still profitable, so Bethesda is definitely going to be making more games in the future, and hopefully they pass off the IP for the next game. So anyways, Wastelanders, I hope you enjoyed this video. This has been the Lone Vault Wanderer. Please take care of yourself, and as always, keep fighting the good fight.